Right, and we're back. Um, yeah, we could buy this item. It is definitely advantageous um to have more energy shield. And I don't know how much that evasion's doing for us, but I don't think it is worth our limited currency at the moment. So we'll just do without. So now this build is starting to feel like it's supposed to feel, where we can jump on people. And the only issue we're having is that the mana consumption is off the hook. Now, one of the reasons the mana consumption is so high is actually because of this +2 to level of melee gems, because that also increases the mana consumption cost. I mean, if you had a choice between additional damage, or the whoops, don't die. Additional damage or the levels that have the same damage, you would always want just the damage because then it won't cost more mana. I don't know if that's really practical because the two multiply, so it's really not an either or. We have both damage and we have additional. We have weapon damage and we have the melee gem levels damage, but it is going to push us to a place where the next place we're going to go in the tree, and I'm actually going to have to look really quick. We might. This is so oppressive in terms of mana usage. We might actually try to see if we can respec a few points right now. But the difference between this and just a few moments ago when we didn't have Ice Drake is pretty dramatic. Uh, all right, time to do this ritual. What we want to do is get our bell down at a time where we're not standing in a pile of shadow damage.
Was that the benevolent dreamer? It couldn't be. Please.
So I have my mana potion and my health potion ticking. Like, if I see damage, I immediately hit the health potion. I think there's still a mob that's not dead. Seems like that mob glitched. Because that looks like it's still active. Does this one look like that? Oh, I guess it does look like that. Maybe it's done. Okay. Yeah, so we have at least one more altar because this one's locked off. We can try the new system. Oh yeah, there we go. We can try the new teleport to the altar system. Teleport to the checkpoint system. It's somewhere here we're going to find the other altar and it should have a checkpoint. I've actually not used it ever since, you know, I don't know, what, at least a few days ago for me. So as soon as I see that purple underneath me, oh, I just immediately dodge roll. So those little mini dashes are just happening automatically. Ice Strike just does that if you hold down the attack button while you're... If you hold down the attack button, it will just do those mini dashes in the direction. Where is the other ritual? Did I somehow miss it? Because there's a bunch of check. That's the final checkpoint, but if there's 3 checkpoints, there should be 3 rituals there, but I only did 2. So there must be another ritual there that I just didn't notice. Alright. So from how low my health got during that ritual, I hope it's pretty clear why I wanted to wait on this zone. There's just a lot of situations there that are tough with the current state of the build
Care to take a
because
look
we're
at
in a
feeling
confined
lucky?
space.
Yeah, sure. I'll take it off your hands.
Look at all these movement speed boots.
Go make a legend or two.
That means we can see what we get. Cold resistance, life regeneration. I mean, neither of them are amazing, but 1.8 life per second is not a lot, so I'm gonna take that.
Why look, take a... Yeah, sure. Watch yourself out there.
I'm not a fan of the gambler. You can spend a lot of money getting nothing. Though I do feel like our amazingly OP +2 levels is just a little bit premature. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I want this, but I'm not gonna. How much health is it? How much additional health is this? This is like 38. So that I'm gonna get it.
That'll keep you alive.
I think that'll be better. Now,
Yes.
there is a dark side to that, which is that in some world, oh, I should identify this.
I must restrain myself.
In some world, we could move a lot of stuff around. Oh, this is great, except it doesn't have movement speed. But we might need to just run some extra energy shield for this fight, because that's a lot of effective health. In an ideal world, we would get to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Or we could get to there. Let's just take that. Yeah, so that should be something. A little bit more movement speed, 15% mana regeneration, and dex and int. So that will help a little bit. And we're going to keep these movement speed boots because that's really what we're going to run. But having that, this is a lot of effective health. It's 36 energy shield and 11 life. So that should help keep us alive in this maybe dicey fight. And the last thing we need to do is hit the well. And then we're ready to rock and roll.
Freezing strike! I cannot.
So I waited a bit to dump the bell because I wanted to get maximum value out of it. Okay, here's the boss. Okay, did we get OP enough? No, there's phase 2. I think the only thing that really makes this fight easier is that was awkward. I walked away. Oh, there's the stun. Okay, not too bad. I don't know if that extra tank we had was necessary, but it helped. And sometimes, that's exactly what it's there for. When we get later in the game, all that, I mean, we'll have so much coin, it doesn't matter. But you know, we didn't spend huge amounts of time farming or anything like that. None of these items are worth anything. I'll just buy that because if we don't buy something, we lose it. Might as well just buy it.
So thank you.
And then, you know, here, I think fire is kind of the one that just occurs most often, and we'll get those other ones pretty soon. So that's that.
What have you learned?
Yes. Later.
We're gonna, this is not a rare, but we're gonna keep it in there anyway.
Hello. Who knows?
Sell that. Sell that. I'm gonna put these boots on because grants 30 maximum spirit. Now we can get our Herald of Ice, which is going to be redonkulous. Let's see what we got here. We're gonna, so we have 2 magic potions here. Really, what we'd like to ideally have is reduced charges per use. So this is the best because you're going to generate the same number of charges regardless. It's better to get reduced charges per use than it is to get more charges total, because that doesn't speed up the recharge, whereas this speeds up both. The numbers are a little smaller, but it speeds up both recharge effectively because you're using less charges per use. And so in an ideal world, we would get amount recovered. There we go. That's what we wanted. Additional amount recovered. And I don't particularly think this one's very valuable, but we can toss it in there.
Feeling lucky. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but cheers. Later.
And we don't have any access to any greater what we'd really like is to use the area of effect on, now that we have this Herald of Ice, we're gonna use the area of effect on the Herald of Ice because it will cause the explosion. And next we're going to be looking for a jewel crafter socket to be able to put another socket on this. But in the meantime, we can get this. Attacks gain 35% of damage as cold damage for 3 seconds on freezing an enemy. Now, we don't really have enough sockets to put this like where it could go, but where we can put it is on the Herald of Ice. And so what'll happen is when the Herald of Ice shatters, if that shatter doesn't blow up everybody and it happens to freeze someone, it will then give us a damage boost. And that's it. Now we're basically done with all of Act 1 except for the Manor. So here we go. We're into the Manor. We made some, changes, so it's always good when you make changes to take it a little slow at first, and also check your skill bar to make sure nothing dropped off. I would really like it if when a skill becomes inactive because of an attribute requirement not being met, instead of it disappearing off the bar, which is what it does today, I think it should simply have like a big red X on it that's very obvious, like some obnoxiously obvious red X for players that don't understand the mechanism. Because if there's a big red X, they would probably spend some time to figure out why there's a big red X, instead of just leaving town and then finding out when they push their button it doesn't work, which is what usually happens right now. So the next thing we're going to want to get for this build and survivability is okay. We really need to get that guy dead when he's standing on his puddles. Why is he not dead? Okay, I thought I already killed him. Is this bugged? Or is this a mystery interaction that I've never seen before? It spawned again. Just like unlimited XP. What is going on? We're gonna have to leave. Does this guy have an affix? It says that he says he's. Oh, this guy's a minion too. Who is he a minion of? This. I see. We accidentally brought them away from their owner. Okay, this is gonna be tough. We need to get on the other side of that. Okay. Okay, that does not seem pleasant. We need energy shield now. If this was hardcore, this would be pretty exciting right now. Who is this guy a minion of? I have never seen what is happening right now. I guess I should have used the on-kill flask. I'm gonna get this exalted orb so we don't lose it.
The dreamer provides.
And then I'm gonna. Oh, maybe is this the guy?
I cannot.
Let's see. Die. Oh. He almost died. Okay, whatever. It is time to free ourselves of this insanery. That's pretty comical right there. We could ask for a new instance, but I think we're fine. Just have to go finish up. I didn't realize there was a rare over there. Who is? There we go.
Your end comes.
Finally. That was unique. Oops. Keep pressing my Q button that fires the bow because in my normal build, Q is Wave of Frost, but we don't have Wave of Frost yet. So there's two things we want to do here. One is just calmly make our way to the bottom of the manor, and the other one is we want to find the boss, who is the buff boss that's in the manor. There's a boss that our mana consumption is still pretty high, honestly, but it's better. We have much better regen, so it's not as punishing. And that's the trade-off of running those plus level gems. So these long hallways also need to one needs to watch out because they start shooting down the long hallway and there's too many of them. I mean, this is just the manor, but definitely situations like this where the long hallway can be a little bit of an issue.
You can rest when you're dead. Keep digging.
The voice of the man I must face.
Curious what our total time is here because I don't have a timer running and I took a break for dinner here, so I'm curious to find out at the end what the total time is here, both to the boss, because I think that's pretty relevant. How long does it take to get to the Act 1 final boss, and then also how long does it take to be done with the Act 1 final boss, which hopefully is only a few minutes later than how long it took to get there. Whoa! That was definitely a little dicier than I expected. I did not expect that guy to start flaming me right there. Probably I could have paid closer attention. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this checkpoint really fast, so in case we should. Oh, here we go. Here's the buff boss.
First one.
Is there no
First ones, hear our laments. Sanity recedes ever further into the dark. Shadows hover above us, in the corners, watching, waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits
There we go. The stagger off, so that
no one is safe.
was good. It's kind of in an awkward place. This would be a little better if he was somewhere else, but oops. I'm trying to hit the bell and him at the same time, but I couldn't reach.
This is the cost of pagan beliefs.
All right, we get 20 to maximum life. That won't hurt anything at all. So certainly my first run through of the game was nothing like this. But also my second, let's see, second month. So I guess the third time I went through Act 1 was pretty close to this, I'd say. Maybe not quite as speedy of a pathing, but also I might have actually died less. It's possible. That one boss, I don't know why I had so much trouble with it. Maybe I just got, probably because my pathing was relatively efficient and my level was a little lower than it would have been if I wasn't so efficient. That first time on the husband in the cemetery was definitely a little dicey. So here I'm going in and backing out because I know if I stand there, I'm standing on the blood, the pools of blood. So I have to go in and then make my way out. So we're already starting to get a little bit of the frozen targets explode and take out the other targets. It's just a little bit. It's not big yet, but it's a little bit like that. You can see it's already starting. And it only is going to accelerate.
Yes, another one. He's under there.
So just that little snap where the ice strike tends to, it's not really a flicker, but it kind of, let's call it a navigate. It kind of navigates. Oh, I was trying to dodge roll right there to get off the blood. That happens. This is also another reason that this Wave of Frost build is pretty, I think it's pretty flexible and good, because in situations where you simply can't stand on them, you can always back off and use Wave of Frost.
You can rest when you're dead. Keep digging.
I'm very curious as I do this what I would do to do this in hardcore, because when I did the same run on a witch, I reached this point with no deaths. Sorry, right before the boss, all the way to, I haven't done the boss yet, but because I didn't want to die. Oh, was not friendly. We really need to get these flame guys to be dead, but those guys are stunning. I don't know, this is a little dicey. I'm not gonna lie.
I carry few possessions, and I don't have room for that.
I'm dropping out to get some health from the well. The stairs should be over there. I was originally planning to go here for the damage first, but this melee gem is really making me want a bit more mana regen, and the best way to get it is right here. So I'm a little torn. I think I'll just go there. These blood pools are certainly an interesting choice of what to put here.
Frozen lash.
It's one of the things that's pretty helpful about Staggering Palm, and also eventually we'll use Hand of Cholula. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Hand of Chu. We'll have to look at the spelling. Is that it allows you to quickly get on a priority target that is behind. Though in my experience, it seems to contact any target in between you and what you try to dash to. So you might have noticed me there. I sidestepped a little bit to the side so I could get a direct line of sight to the priority target that I wanted to get on. Oh, that was fun. Looks like that chest we got is very necessary, because that's the second or third time we've been within a hair of death. We needed that extra effective health. I mean, we could be taking this a little slower. Certainly when I did it the first time, I was going through here much slower. Kind of stopping around every corner, trying to see what I could do to not take the damage.
I have no room for that.
Empty out my bags because we
Quickly.
Hey,
seem to be full.
feeling lucky?
I might as well use that.
Guess
Won't
I can
have to
help
spend
move
a-
that for you. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but cheers.
That looks pretty good. I don't know that we need everything there, but it's better than a couple points of damage. Shard or socket. How much is this giving us in life? A lot. Okay. Guess we'll give up movement speed for this fight. There is one mechanic in this fight where movement speed is really OP. Let's see if we have a Regal Orb, because it would be better if we could just get... Yeah, let's do that. Cold resistance. It's perfect for this fight. Look at how lucky that is. Stun threshold just okay. 5 to dexterity, totally not necessary. But we did not get any bonuses to life or energy shield, which would have been nice, but it's fine. I mean, if we had calculated that a little better, we probably would have come here first and checked to just make sure he didn't have movement speed boots. Nope, he doesn't. If he had some movement speed boots that had that already had some life on them, it would have been a better starting point. We can quickly look though and see. Oh, we have +3 levels to melee skills because of this thing too. You know, that I'm tempted to downgrade that and go for the maximum life right here instead, because it would help. And I guess I'm not gonna do it. Now, something that is
Yes.
not...
More.
I'll let him
Don't
finish
stop.
talking.
The beast hungers.
Doing.
Okay, that was tasty. Oh my, I've never watched that animation. That's interesting. So something that is not very well known or understood is that right now, you know, we don't have a waypoint here. And so if we leave and lose this spot, we will have to go through that entire manor. Now, that's not a bad thing. We got experience. We might get some drops. But if we're talking about time, it can be annoying. We can log out right here. And when we log back in, we will be right here, even if it's tomorrow or next week. I'm not exactly sure how this works and what they're bringing back and what they're not. I think they just respawn the stuff behind us. So it's just bringing you back to this instance. But we can log out right here and come back after a long delay. And so if you get to a situation in real life where you do your, you know, work to get here and you're like, oh God, there's no checkpoint here. What do I do? Well, the answer is you just log out from here. And if you need to go to town and, you know, work on your gear and you want to just stay here, go to town, work on your gear, but don't stay there too long. Pop back through the checkpoint. Make sure you don't stay out of this instance for longer than 10 minutes and it won't despawn. And then you can always come back in here and like fight the mobs to, you know, repeatedly. And if you log out and you come back, their mobs will all be respawn behind you. So if you want to do a little bit of extra grinding on enemies, you can do it from here and backwards, and then come back to this spot if you'd like to save some time. I mean, it's a small optimization, but it does work. Okay, so here we go. Let's cross fingers and make boss enemy go bye-bye.
Husband, this interloper has the power we need. Kill him, and you shall have everything.
Now we have our 4 charges, and then they went off. Oh, if they lasted a little longer. No, I wonder if I kite them into that circle, if they will. So our goal, you're looking at the stun bar, is obviously not to get killed by this guy. So when he does this transformation, it's best if we stagger. So as soon as I saw the stagger indicator, or what they call primed for stun,
So much more. Since you are too weak to do the job, I'll find someone who's strong.
as soon as I saw primed for stun, I staggered him with my staggering palm.
After all I've given you!
Now we're in phase 2.
I smell your blood, and I am ravenous.
Okay, just find a patch that's not, doesn't have a dot. This is a little bit worse. If you're careful, you can time it. I didn't really do the greatest job there. Oh, that's where the movement speed was not quite enough.
The air grows colder. Agnar the Ruined. Agnar the Impaler. As swift
Oh,
as
a little early.
and imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted. Branded
Oh, early.
and afflicted. Your veins soon chilled. Agnar shall slay again. Solstice of pain.
Okay, here's where we wait. Move, move, move. Good. Ah, that thing gets me all the time. We put down the frost bomb.
I smell your blood. And I am ravenous.
Thought I could stagger him before this went. But I missed it by a hair. Got him. Oh, come on. If we get him before the trip. Yeah, there we go. We don't have to do another phase. So the best way to kill him is like we did right here, where we get him before the second phase, because the second phase wolves has blood pyres coming from the top. And we get to avoid that whole mechanic because we just killed him. Though we were a bit lucky with the stagger timing there.
Consumed my being. Oriana used it against me.
Where has she taken the beast?
I found messages from the desert.
So here's the recap. We're level 17. We have,
Yes,
I guess we did have some cold resist on our stuff. That's probably helped in that fight. But this stuff all just came off the ground, and a little bit of dumping our looted regal orbs. We had no assistance from anything. The biggest piece of luck we got in this whole thing was this staff, 42 increased damage physical staff, and +2 to level melee skills. I mean, this was a bit of luck too, but this was really bigger luck. But I mean, this is how the game is. You definitely get some luck. It's just a question of which luck you get, and how you take advantage of the luck you get. But I could do this, you know, 5 times, and 5 times I would find a, you know, a set of gear that got us, you know, within a stone's throw of that. That was a pretty fast one, so maybe we'd have slightly less gear in most cases than that. And so now we
to hold on to bits and pieces.
can put our bigger health potion in there. Now this one has increased charges instead of reduced. Oh, this is kill an enemy. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, look at this. How many rares are dropping? What is this world? Now this has energy shield, so I'm going to try to put it on and pray for movement speed. Didn't get it. This can all get sold.
The clan leaders are. Who knows what? Later.
One last check to see if. Where's Renly? Is he gone? There he is.
How can I help?
One last check to see if he's selling anything we want. I mean, it's pretty hard to. I'm gonna take this bow out of my inventory. It's just distracting.
Bring it back.
There's a chill in the air.
How can I help? Anything take your fancy?
Definitely some good weapons in here today. I mean, that's the closest, but not good enough. Okay, there we go.
How can I be of a betrayal of Corona? The Countess has escaped with the beast.
So that was pretty painless. We are now in Act 2.
Every attempt to control it has ended in cataclysm. We must pursue her to the plains of Bastille. We should find the Marikath caravan. Only they can yield.
We're now in Act 2. And while I wasn't planning to do all of Act 2, I am kind of encouraged to do it specifically because one of the bosses people seem to have the most trouble with is the boss at the end of Act 2. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Jimana. And one of the reasons I made this character is because I saw how powerful stun is on that boss, and I wanted to freeze stun him. And it definitely paid off. I soloed him one attempt, and so I'm inclined to do a fast, you know, a brisk Act 2, and then show off getting that boss solo. But this video will be enough for now, and I hope that helps in some way. If you have any questions, you know, post them in the comments. If you think my gameplay sucked, don't post it in the comments. And recognize I'm just doing this to try to help some people who are, you know, really struggling to even get that much out of Act 1. All right, great.